Hey everybody, good morning to you. St. Lucia, I hope you're feeling a little creative today because this is definitely the segment for you. We are at Me Curator and I am here with Bookie. She is the owner, she has brought this to life and it's a really great artistic movement. So first of all, welcome to this morning. How are you today, love?
Really well, thank you.
Great, and I'm so excited to be here, be in your space. I've been seeing a lot, especially on my social media, about Me Curator, and I said to myself, we need to come here and find out exactly what's going on. So tell us about Me Curator and exactly what your movement is all about.
Absolutely. So Me Curator is a brand focused on emerging and also established artists. Artists who are based in St. Lucia, whether you've been here for quite some time or you were born here, it's really about you guys as an artist. I take works from those who paint, those who sculpt with their hands, those who also take photographs. So literally art across the board. So Me Curator is really about promoting those artists, and now we have a gallery space which is located in north of the island, Gros Soleil, around Star Publishing offices.
Fantastic. Now, even with this, how did this idea come about for you?
So my background is in art history. The accent tells you that I'm not from St. Lucia, but I've been here for over 5 years now. But my background is in art history, which I studied in the UK, in London. And within that art history course, I realized that clearly I love art, but I also love organizing. So as a curator, your role as a curator itself is that you take care of the art, you have compassion, you care, you curate the pieces itself. So my years in London, New York and Paris was always focused around art and working around these industries and promoting that. So when I came to St. Lucia with my family, it was time to initially observe the art scene. I didn't jump straight in. I wasn't too presumptuous. I simply observed what was happening and began to slowly get my network out there, slowly increase my artists who I would speak to and promote. And through time, that kind of began to really grow. As you say, the social media presence is definitely out there. And then from that, it was time to then create the gallery itself.
Nice. Now, you know, with everything happening too and seeing just the growth with this, why is it important and what are the benefits to our artists who maybe are now hearing about Me Curator? Why is it going to be of a benefit to them to be part of this movement?
For me, when you're an artist, you can try and downplay as much as you want. You can be told, oh, you can't make money from that, it's not worth it. But when you're a real artist, you cannot help but want to create, want to produce. The passion is definitely within you. And so St. Lucia is an amazing space to be, and we do have places that do support art, but we can also have more. So having places like Me Curator Art Gallery allows artists to, one, create, and go, there's a space now that I can create and it can be shown. And secondly, once you have created your paintings or your photograph or your piece of sculpture, it can now be shown somewhere.
And you know what, I'm loving that it's an avenue as well, you know, so the work can be seen. And as you say, especially if you have a creative soul, you want to be able to know, okay, I can create and I have somewhere for it to be shown. How long has Me Curator been in existence for?
So Me Curator's been around for 5 years itself. The brand within St. Lucia's been around for 2 years, and the gallery has been around for probably since the open date was around June.
All right, nice. So pretty new.
Yes.
And of course, there's a lot of pieces on display right now, from portraits to sculptures, etc. So tell us some of the artists who are featured here right now.
Right now within the collection, we have over 15 artists and over 50 pieces represented. I do tend to highlight pieces which I think also speak to the majority of people. So we have a piece here by Arnaud Toulon. It's called The Eyes of Mireia. It's a very powerful piece which speaks about the devastation caused by Maria, the hurricane, which had a huge impact on Dominica. And I think Arnold, as an artist, his style just transcends so many areas. Each time you look at his work, you know it's him. He has a signature style, but that style also is very, very different.
And you know, it's funny that you mentioned him. We did have the privilege of briefly interviewing him sometime last year. So I do remember him, and I know he has Dominican roots. So yes. I know this is definitely something very powerful to him as well. But I'm just loving just seeing all the creativity around, and knowing that is from artists right here in St. Lucia. So I think St. Lucia, you all need to come visit, come check it out, spread the word. What are your opening hours?
So right now we're open Monday to Friday, 9 till 3, but also by private appointment. It's quite a nice thing to do before date nights. Have a private show with your girlfriend or your wife and bring her here and kind of entertain her. I can provide wine and entertainment as well. And then as it grows, there will also be a chance for openings in the evenings as well.
Fantastic. So how are people able to contact you as well as follow on social media?
The amazing thing about where we are now in terms of technology is so easy with the hashtags. So me curator, pretty much you put that in Google and you will find me somehow. So whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, it's all me curator. The website itself is www.mecurator.com, and my cell number is 758-722-8303.
Well, St. Lucia, in a nutshell, this is what you definitely need to know about Me Curator. So again, remember, this is Bookie, and you come down here, make your private appointment, do something different, But of course, another opportunity to come just dive right in to the art and, get a creative experience.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you guys
very soon. Hey St. Lucia, good morning to you. It is time to wake up once again in the know, and we try to bring you the latest and greatest of everything happening down here. So Rhodes definitely had to lead us down to Castries. We are here with Shermack because the newest fabric store, I should say, and even more is around, and we're ready to roll. It is called Couturiers, and if you didn't know, well, trust me, this is the moment to tune in. So Shermack, welcome to This Morning. How are you today?
I am wonderful. Good morning to you.
Great. Well, I feel good. I feel like, I've taken a trip to somewhere else because, I was in Castries, but when I walked up the steps, I felt like I was somewhere else, like in Paris or something. So tell us about Couturiers.
Well, Couturiers is something started maybe about 4 years ago. When I came up with the concept, I wanted to do a fabric store because I'm into events and design, as everybody know. Everybody think I sew, I don't sew. I just love fashion. I had a modeling agency, but we had C Definition and we had Silhouette Fashion House, but now the agency is called Global Faces Fashion Agency. And with the fashion business, you like the fabrics, the textiles, the makeup, the hair, the camera. So I wanted something different, because even as an event planner, it's always so difficult sometimes if you have a concept for an event that you don't get the fabrics that you want to bring the event to life. So every time you have to go to Trinidad or you have to beg somebody bring some fabric for me, I say, you know what? I think I should do a fabric store. But in the back of my head, it's like, come make up well, Aja. Where am I taking the money to do that? I was like, I can do this, You went to every bank in the islands, like, okay, it's not possible because you don't have collateral. I'm sorry, Mr. Leon. I say, that kind of thing. Shermack, you can do this. And then when I came up with the name, I say, Couturiers. I ran it for a few persons. They're like, this is different. And I wanted a slogan. I say, we can say Couturiers. And I say, you know what? If we're trying to target designers, seamstresses, and we're thinking of fashion, and we wanted to do like a fashion outlet, not just a fabric store,
Right.
I say the slogan can be so in style. I was like, But at the end of the day, I wanted that wow when people walk into the store today, the service from the staff, the uniforms. It was just a vision in my head that it has to look good. If you're doing something, you need to do it properly. Because most times we do stuff in St. Lucia and we do it mediocre. Like, do it properly, spend the money, get it done.
Full 100.
Yeah, because I think we're just passing on the earth. So I want when I'm out of here, you talk about me. You understand?
Exactly.
God forbid I'm dead tomorrow. But they say, Shermack Fabric, but yes, but you had something to talk about. And that's what it is. So when the customers come in here, they would go home and they would talk about it. That would be a discussion over dinner. That would be a discussion wherever. And when they walk into this, I was like, how did you hear about this? So I saw this interview. What a choice. I saw this interview on Facebook. I saw somebody told me. So it was just important to bring the designers, seamstresses and fashion persons and event people together.
Now, I know you mentioned as well that it is more than just a fabric store and you want it to be a fashion outlet. So tell us a little bit more about that and what is actually going to be offered when your customers come into the store.
First of all, when the customers walk into the store, you're going to definitely be greeted with a smile, a warm welcome, and then you let the customers, basically when the customers come in, you listen to them. It's almost like a shrink. You listen to them because they'll show you photos on their phone and you have to give them an answer. Do you have the fabric? Now, you don't have the fabric, you have to upsell. If you don't have something, you recommend something else. We drip the fabric on them, you put the fabric on the lining, and you get them excited because, I mean, like the women come in, it's like, I feeling like it's kids, and it's a different experience every day because you have different clients coming in, and we open for suggestions. I mean, like we take down the names of stuff persons are asking for. There's a demand for it. We'll bring it in because we don't want to bring in anything to just be lying in the store. I mean, like that's dead stock. In this day and age, you can have dead stock. You need stuff to go. Definitely. And in the future, we'll be doing accessories. If you realize we just have some fascinators and stuff, so we will be doing accessories. They have nude fabric. There's unusual fabric. There's unusual zips. So as time goes by, we will grow.
Just love the sound of that. I love the concept. And I mean, once you walk in the decor, everything just makes you feel like you're in a different place. So it's not what you typically expect when you come into a fabric store, the mannequins, how it's decorated. And every client thus far, since I've been here too, as soon as they walk in, I just see their faces light up and it's like, wow. So how do you feel just seeing those reactions as customers come into the store?
The reaction of the customers saying, Shamak, go. My visions are just unfolding. And then even once, so if you realize we have a waiting area, I went to Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, Dominica, I went to London, I went to Miami, and none of the fabric stores don't have a waiting area because I think when you walk into a fabric store, sometimes you may be walking and you're overwhelmed with because there's so much fabric. So you want to sit, the fabric is in your face. So if you realize that sort of fabric is not just in your face, when you walk in, I created like a closet concept. Right. So you don't really see the fabric when you walk in. So you get to sit down and breathe in, and you can ride the Wi-Fi because, you know, half of the girls never have data on their phone. So you can ride the Wi-Fi and then go online and come up with an idea. You have a contestant for Carnival Queen. You can sit down and indulge in what's happening and come up with a concept before you shop. So you make the right decision before you shop. And even though you don't shop, but still you get to relax and consult, and you can leave the store and come back, and we will be waiting to serve you.
Well, I think this is more than enough to entice everybody who's watching right now to come on down, even if you don't have an inspiration, but to come check it out. Now, what are your opening hours and how can they also contact you all?
We are located on the corner of Mikud and Manuel Street. And we have been putting it on Facebook, but people are like, are you located? But I think we are not too familiar with the streets. We're in the old Family Court building. It's a huge building next to the Sol gas station. I think that's next to the Lunch Queen chicken van. It's across from Sewing Center, that huge building there. But you will find us because the landmark is a huge Caesars. Depo where go see Zoa Nula. You just have to come upstairs. You cannot miss it, and it's there. I think you have to come in. Words cannot express or explain. You have to come upstairs and you have to come and visit and experience the Couturiers Sewing Style experience for yourself.
Well, St. Lucia, I have nothing else to say but come and experience it for yourself. I've been blown away, and of course it's going to be your time. So come take it all in, come get inspired, and of course do something really, really different. So hats off to you pulling this off, Shamak, and we are looking forward to seeing how this just continues to grow and unfold. So all the best.
Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to seeing you next time.